Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to share with you today the new Morphe Brow products. I picked up this kit which is called the Arch Obsessions 5-piece brow kit. It contains their new brow pomade, which is actually called a brow cream, not a pomade, for that type of product. Their micro pencil, a setting gel, translucent setting gel, a highlighting pencil, as well as a double-ended spoolie / brow brush. So that is the 5 pieces you get in your kit. I picked up the shade Java, which looks to be like a fairly neutral dark brown shade, which is how I like my brows, so we shall see. This was £20, and I got mine from Cult Beauty. They also have it on the Morphe UK website, and it is a value of £32.50. which is amazing. So when I was opening this, the only thing that I'm slightly disappointed by is I would have loved there to have been like a pouch inside that held it all, like a little, you know, travel pouch or something like that, but it just comes in the tissue paper with all the bits. But you know, you are making a huge saving, and I guess if they had included something like that, it probably would have been more. So fair dues, fair dues. So yeah, if you buy everything in here separately, then it will cost you $32.50. You get to choose your shade, which is the shade of your pomade and the shade of your pencil, and then the other items are just what they are. Obviously the brush is just the standard spoolie on one end and then a brow brush on the other. Then you have their brow cream, which is like a standard, looks very similar to the ABH brow pomade or the Kat Von D one. And then you have their brow pencil, which again has the spoolie on one end, and then their definer pencil on the other. And again, this is the shade Java. What I noticed about this pencil is its firm texture. So I first just started playing around with this pencil, and what I really notice is it very much reminds me in texture of the Kat Von D. The Anastasia pencil is much sort of smoother and softer texture, but the Kat Von D and this one is much firmer, much stiffer, which I prefer. It can make very fine hair-like strokes much more precisely, and that's my personal preference. I, as you guys know, really love the Kat Von D pencils, so it'll be interesting to see how this compares. Then you've got a clear brow setting gel, which is 6.5 ml, so a good size brow gel, and then you get the illuminating stick. Now this is, it says it's a highlighter stick, but this is a matte shade, and this is the only thing in the kit you don't get to choose, because they do have multiple shades of this, but you just get this one in all of the different shades. So this is the shade that you will get, and you can just see it there. So I was really happy with this. When I swatched it, I was like, that's perfect for my skin tone. But obviously for lots of people that will be either too light or too dark, so that's something to bear in mind. But you're saving so much money, and that for me, I would never buy a separate brow highlighting pen. I would always just use concealer, but as it was in there, I'm really happy to have it and to try it. So without further ado, let's try all these products on my naked brows. So I'm gonna go in with this brow with the pencil and try that one out, and then the other side we'll use the brow cream just to make sure I look really mental as I go about my day, because I really like all the packaging. I think it just looks really nice and chic with like just the black and then white writing, nice and classic, nice and classy. So yeah, I'm going to start off on this side, just brush through this with the spoolie, and now I'm going to start, is that zoomed in as we go? A little bit more. So yeah, I'm just going to start doing the outline slowly, and this kind of definitely reminds me of the Kat Von D, because it is like easier to control than I find the Anastasia ones. For me, I have to be careful with those and use a really light hand, or it's too much quite quickly, whereas I feel like this one, while it's really nice and pigmented, you can use a nice light hand. It's got a really nice fine edge. Really liking the texture of that and the formula. It's really quick. That was really quick and easy to do. And it's got a nice sort of sharp edge, so you can use it on its side, you know, to get real hair strokes. I really hope you can't hear that fly that's flapping about in here. There's always flies in here, it's so annoying. So I'm going to turn this on its edge. It's like a complete like circle. I don't think you're going to be able to see because it's so teeny tiny, but it's a circle, but obviously the side of the circle is quite sharp, so I'm going to use it on its edge. I'm barely touching the skin here and it's making lovely hair-like strokes. I'm almost no pressure whatsoever. Oh, that is nice. That is really good for me, really easy to use. Wow, okay, I like it. I'm also finding that when I'm like brushing through, sometimes, you know, it just disappears when you do that, but this is staying on the skin. So that's nice. I am flipping happy with that brow. I am really happy with that. I really like the colour. It's very natural. It's very close to my hair colour, which is nice. It was really easy to sort of make a bit of an ombre effect and use a lighter hand and get some lighter strokes in here and then darken up towards the tail. I feel like that was really quick and really easy. I really like that pencil. So let's just try out this highlighter stick. I have never used one of these. Just gonna draw it. So creamy. Okay, so this is really creamy. It literally feels exactly like concealer. That was really easy. That's a perfect shade for me. Perfect. But I do feel like, yeah, if you were much lighter than me, this could be darker than your skin tone. And if you were much darker, it's going to be maybe too light. They do have other shades. Now, as I said, you don't have to buy this whole kit, so you could just buy things separately. It was really easy to use. I just used the end of the brow brush then, which worked really nicely. Well, the spoolie is actually massive on this brush. Fair play. So now I'm just going to go in with the brow gel. Oh, well, this is interesting. So it has like bristles on the top, but nothing on the bottom. It's like a little hairbrush. That's cute. So I guess you use the brush side, right? You use the brush side maybe to brush up and then the other side to tame things a little bit. Oh, this is nice. You can see that's given me a really nice fluffy brow. It's really fluffed up the hairs and held them there, so I really like that gel. So far, I am really happy. So now I'm going to go into the brow cream, and I'm really interested because they're calling it a cream, not a pomade. I am intrigued. So I'm going to use this brush, and I'm just going to get a load of pomade onto the brush like I usually would with these types of products, and then I'm going to just get the excess off in the cap. Oh, I'm really nervous, I don't know why. Just don't know what to expect, you know, and I'm really very much a brow novice, so this is all luck without much judgment. So that's a really nice shade. Obviously these two products should be the same shade. They are both Java, but obviously there is a difference between cream and a pencil. So you never know, it's really creamy and like a very sort of wet type of formula. It definitely feels wetter and thinner than the ABH brow pomade. So this is probably going to be slightly trickier to control, but hopefully won't dry out as quickly. So it's kind of pros and cons really as to your preference. I'm finding the brush really easy to work with. Give me a nice like sharp tail. Yeah, that's gone a really long way using a tiny amount of product. I'm going to use the very tail of that to do some little hair strokes. I do prefer these type of products for hair strokes over a pencil. I feel like this shade in the brow pomade or the brow cream is slightly warmer than the pencil. Able to be really precise with this brush, sorry. I'm really it's really helping me fully carve that brow out. This stuff to me is much better when you want a really like carved out, precise Instagram brow, whereas with the pencil you get a much sort of fluffier, more natural brow, I feel like, with a bit more sort of sparsity through it. I can tell you just by brushing, wow, that gel has really set that is like in place. Yeah, I'm really liking that. That looks really, really good. So let's carve this side out now with the same brow pencil. I don't know if I told you this is in the shade Oh Brow Baby. This is so creamy, this pencil, really nice. Blended in really easily as well. You can actually get, they do like luminous finish ones as well. Just going to wipe this on my little baby wipes so I don't get any of the brow product underneath there. Obviously you should use a clean brush, but I'm lazy. I'm loving everything. I'm just gonna set this one down now. And I guess if you didn't want this fluffed up, like on this side, you can use the other end. Wow, okay, so if you use the shorter end, that basically distributes an absolute ton of gel. So I wonder if that's the point. So yeah, if you use the like brushier, bristlier side, that can fluff things up. And if you use the shorter side, it basically puts a ton of gel through really neatly. So this is the pomade side and this is the pencil side, both set with the same clear gel and both using the Oh Brow Baby pencil underneath. I'm really liking both these brows. Really liking it. Definitely the pencil for me is cooler or more neutral at least, and the pomade is slightly warmer, but both are nice, fairly neutral shades, but they are slightly different even though they're both Java. Okay, so there you have it. That is all my thoughts about everything that is in the Arch Obsessions kit. I am so impressed. I love both brows. I think they're amazing. I loved everything. Everything is really good quality. Obviously I won't know for a few weeks whether the brow cream dries out quickly or not, but I'll keep you updated on that. But yeah, I'll also keep you updated as to how the pencil wears down, whether it keeps its shape, whether it becomes harder to work with if it dries out or anything like that. But I'm really enjoying everything. I'm really impressed. The price is amazing. Like, I definitely don't think these products are any less effective than my ABH or my Kat Von D. I think they are, at the moment, first impressions. I love them just as much. I think they've done an amazing job. I'm really quite shocked. So there you have it. That is everything I have to tell you about all of the new Morphe Brow products. Have you tried any of them? I'd love to hear how you guys got on, if you've tried different shades. They do seem to have quite a good shade range. They do seem to have some red shades in there as well, which I really like to see for our red-headed girls and boys. As always, any questions, hit me up in the comments down below, and please let me know what your thoughts are on both of the brows. I hope to see you again in a future video. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.